Hello friends, Jere Masih here with a new market analysis video. First of all information in this video is provided for educational purposes only and is not an offer or a recommendation to trade futures, stocks, options or forex. This video is brought to you courtesy of my friends from CL Markets, Core Liquidity Markets, a lead broker in several financial instruments that right now it has a special program that gives you additional credit when you found your trading account. So I think that you should check it out. I think it's a really great program from CL Markets. Okay, let's go to our market analysis. Here we have the Australian against the Canadian dollar, and as we can see, we get finally this break of the channel, and we are currently in a pullback, in a retracement. And the thing is that if this movement confirms in the downwards direction, we could be in front of a really amazing trade. So pay attention to this chart. If we are not in front of a fake out, we could be in front of a really great setup. Next, we have Australian dollar against the Hong Kong dollar, and we are waiting for the break of this trend line. We are almost there. We have MACD divergence, and we have everything that we want to see: a tomahawk setup, trifecta setup, a really amazing target over here with the June pivot, and everything that we want to see. We just have to wait for a break of the trend line. Here we have the Australian dollar against the Singapore dollar, and we have a break of the fast trend line, and we have to wait a little bit longer because we could be in front of a fake out. But if we get that break that we are waiting, and if we break this main trend line that we have here, we could be in front of a really nice setup because we have the June pivot over here with a really awesome target. Here we have the Australian against the Turkish lira, and we have a nice double top with MACD divergent and RSI 28 divergence as well. And we could be in front of a really nice setup also because we have this amazing target over here. So pay attention to this, and if everything happens, we could take a really nice gain. Australian against the US dollar, we are waiting for the break of the level 7070, and we have everything that we want to see. We just want to hold for a break. Over here, the same situation, but in this case with the Bitcoin. We do not usually trade, I do not usually trade the big Bitcoin, but in these weeks I'm going to be really paying attention to this because we have a nice target over here and over here with these pivots, and also we have a double top with MACD divergence and complete setups of tomahawk and trifecta. So we should be watching this, and if we break not that level, if we break this level, we could easily open a short and see if we can get a couple of dollars from this. Okay, euro against the New Zealand dollar, we have a really nice upwards movement, and in this case I'm going to keep watching the euro against the New Zealand because we have to wait for a how do you say it in English, a chart pattern that confirms our setup, but we have to wait and still keep watching this because we are starting with this setup. We currently do not have MACD divergent as I like to see, but we have Knoxville divergence and RSI 5, so we have to keep watching this, but it could lead to a really nice trade. Euro against the US dollar, a similar situation than the Australian. We have a double top over here, really nice double top, and a really nice MACD divergence. Also, we have sorry, RSI 28 overbought, and also divergent. So if we finally get our break of the level 1.1698 or so, if we get that break, we could start building our trade in the direction of this pivot or this one. Okay, here we have the pound against the Australian dollar. We were waiting for this break. We finally get our break, and we are starting to build this trade. We have this awesome target with the monthly pivot of June and May over here. So everything is starting to build up, and we are going to add trades if we have to, and we just have to let the price do its thing. Okay, the pound against the Hong Kong dollar, we have a sideways movement, and we have a MACD divergent with a complete setup of trifecta and also tomahawk. So also we are starting to build this position in the direction of this weekly pivot. And here we have the, sorry, I have my phone ringing. Here we have the pound against the New Zealand dollar, and we are seeing a really nice upwards movement, but we have already a MACD divergence. So we are starting to watch this, because if we get a break of this trend line, we are going to jump in the short direction, and we are going to target this weekly pivot. Okay, so we have to be looking at this financial instrument. Here we have the pound against the Singapore dollar, and we have a nice setup also, and we have MACD divergence, we have Knoxville divergence, reversals of RSI 5, a really nice target in this pivot and in this pivot and in this pivot. So if we get a break of the 1.7863, I'm going to be glad to open a short position and start building that position in the direction of these targets. Okay, so here we have the pound dollar, and we have a really nice double top over here with MACD divergence and a complete setup of trifecta and tomahawk as well. So if we break this level of 1.2981, we're going to start building this position as well. Okay, now we have, sorry, that's one of my team's notifications. The pound against the South African rand, we have a similar situation, double top and MACD divergence with a complete setup. And in the case that we break this level of 22.6099, I'm going to start building this position as well in the direction of this pivot or this monthly pivot. Now we have the New Zealand against the US dollar. We were waiting for this break, and we finally did break this level, this trend line this week. So we are already building this position in the direction of this monthly pivot that we have here, really far away from the current price. So a lot of things to gain in this trade if we finally see the price of the New Zealand dropping. Here we have the US dollar against the Swiss franc, and we were waiting for this as well. We are in the historical levels of support here, and we have also a double bottom and also a 1-2-3 kind of pattern and a break of trend line. So also we are building this position in the direction of this monthly pivot that is really far away upwards, but we are going to be careful, and we are going to be moving our stop in the direction while the price is moving upwards. And if we finally do not go in our direction, we are going to close that trade if we break these levels over here beneath the last swing. Okay, So that's it for this week, my friends. Thank you for being in the other side. Remember, be careful with your account. Do not over leverage your account. Put your stop, place your orders, and everything should go awesome because we are in front of a really, really, really amazing setups currently. And I hope you can benefit of everything that we are seeing right now. And let me know in the comments if you like these videos. Let me know if you would like to see any chart or any financial instrument that I am missing. And see you soon next week with a new market analysis video. Thank you. Bye bye.